Ah! Wow, I need to get my act together and get back on YouTube. But I've been working hard on building something absolutely amazing. And whenever you have goals, other things might get sacrificed, like work, creating content. But I'm back now and it's time to create some fire content for you guys. But now it's time to get back on the grind, creating good content for you guys. I got a killer back workout with some awesome tips going down. You don't want to miss this. Let's go! Crucial mistake, wearing shorts. And it is 0.5 degrees. Absolutely horrific. The vibe whenever you're training in the summer compared to training in the winter is just so much different. You know, I respect anyone that lives in a cold country and makes gains because it's such a different vibe. There's no better feeling than actually smashing a workout, walking outside and it being nice, beautiful weather instead of freezing. And we are well underway in this workout and it's all about angles today. But I'm on the first exercise of today's workout and I just wanted to talk a little bit how I start my workouts. Obviously I start them with a good warm up, but after I've done that, when blood is in the muscle and I'm ready to get working, on back day, I like to either start with an exercise from above or from in front. So let's say the first back workout of the week, I'll start with a lat pull down or a pull up, which is a position from above. And then the second back workout, I'll be focusing more on a row from in front. That first big compound movement is extremely important in my workouts. So I absolutely go hard as hell on that first exercise and the whole workout, of course. But I just like to incorporate a big compound for the first one from above and then a big compound from the second one from in front. Highly recommended are these wrist straps for back day. I'm still gripping the bar, but just whenever I start to fatigue, a little bit more tension goes onto the wrist strap. You're not sacrificing your whole grip and just letting it loose and just pulling all through your wrist. You're still using your grip, but it just helps assist it. And today on the menu, we've got drop sets. Because I've got to be quick and go straight into a drop set, I'm not going to use the straps because the weight isn't as heavy and it takes too long. Oh my gosh. If you haven't tried drop sets, you need to. An absolute burner. Gosh. So in your gym, if you have different back machines, some of them slightly move in different ways to target different areas of your back. My gym is packed with loads of great machines. So this one, the range of motion is going to be more of a curve, which is going to target more of the upper back and traps. Obviously, all of the back is going to be involved, but it just helps targeting different areas. It's going to recruit more muscle fibers from the upper back rather than the more lower lats. You can see my elbows are raising up high, which is going to focus more on the upper back and traps. But then if I come over to this other rowing machine, it's the same sort of principle, pulling from in front, but this one is going to be rowing more lower. So yes, your upper back is still going to be involved, but it's going to be recruiting more muscle fibers from your lower back. As you can see, the engagement will be a little bit different. As you can see with this one, my elbows aren't going up, they're actually dragging slightly down. So by incorporating different angles and different machines into your workouts, you're going to be able to build a bigger, well-proportioned back. Angles are key. That is the first exercise done. That's the first exercise complete. I did some drop sets on the lat pull down from above. And then the next back workout, I'll start with the second exercise, which is going to be a T-bar row. So I'm mixing up above from in front. Onto the second exercise, it's going to be T-bar row, working more on back thickness. The lat pull down will obviously help thickness, but more about the width. And I'm doing the same sort of thing. Nasty ass drop sets. For anyone out there that doesn't know what a drop set is, it's performing a set number of reps, lowering the weight slightly, and then performing the same number of reps again without any rest. It's nasty. Any exercise you do it on, it's nasty. Ah! Should have set the weights up a little bit better. Oh my goodness, come on. Come on. Oh my gosh. Only another 3 more sets of those. So different arm positions will help target different areas of your back. With this exercise, I'm using my elbows tucked in, which is gonna target all of my back, but help target my lats a lot more. But if I was to have my elbows more of around a 45-degree angle, as if you're doing press ups, then that's gonna help target my rear delts and my upper back. So you need to incorporate all these different angles into your workouts so no area gets untouched. You really wanna build that V-taper physique. It's about having those wider shoulders, and rear delts really do help. And that's why I like smashing on back day as well as shoulder day. Come on. Keep it moving. Come on. Oh my gosh. If it's hurting, it's working. No pain, no gain. Next up on the angle front is our lever motion, and there's really only a couple ways you can hit this one. You can hit it on the cables, doing a straight arm push down, or you can get a really big stretch and do a dumbbell pullover, which I'll be doing now. Lots of people use this for chest, but I've always found it highly more effective for back if you're performing it correctly. But this is a great one to mix up from your straight arm push down on the cables, because you're gonna be able to incorporate a bigger stretch. So some top tips on this one to help it hurt a lot more in a good way. You don't want your elbows out, you want your elbows in, and you're still pulling through your elbows like you would in all back exercises. You don't want your hips up, you want to keep your hips down. Ooh. And you should be keeping the same bend in your arms throughout the whole movement, not bringing it close to your head, but bringing it quite far away, getting a big stretch. Whoa, that is tasty. If you haven't done this in a long time, the next day you will 100% feel it right here. This is where you should be feeling it, the top of the lats. Another little tip I like to incorporate into my back workouts, not all of them, as I like to mix it up, but it helps bring structure into my routine, is the first exercise I started with lat pull down. The second one was T-bar row. So that's from above and then from in front. Third exercise, back to above. Fourth exercise, back to in front, and so on. So I'm not doing a row, an upper back row, and then another single arm row all from in front. I'm mixing back and forth from above, from in front, from above, from in front. Okay, so we're on to the fourth exercise. The third one was from above, so going back to in front now. I did this exercise first, which is more of a narrow grip, so I want to mix it up now. I'm going to do a wider grip to help target the upper back. I've always been a freak for high volume workouts. You know why? Because I love being in the gym. You know, all these people trying to get a quick fix, trying to get in and out. I don't know what that's all about. This is the best part of my day. Into the last exercise and the last angle of the workout. From above, we've done wide, we've done a lever motion, we've done close grip from in front, and we've done wide grip from in front. So that just leaves close grip from in front. Then we've targeted all the main angles for the back, and that is how you build a well-proportioned physique. Getting the V-taper, baby. Another back workout. Absolutely demolished. Over my 17 years of training, all the tips in this video are what have helped me build my well-proportioned physique. Taking these tips into other muscle groups as well. Lots of the advice like drop sets and things like that can be used in all sorts of muscle groups. Chest, back, legs, arms, absolutely anything. But use those tips, guys. They will massively help build your back. If you're lacking in certain areas like your upper back or your rear delts or your lower lats, these are great ways to help step it up. Obviously, you can incorporate more drop sets, more supersets, and things like that. But as long as you're hitting the main angles, that is what is important to building that all-round massive back with thickness and width.